What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today we'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Palantir Technologies with the ticker symbol PLTR. I will first be going over what I see in the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please trade at your own risk. So last time I looked at Palantir Technologies, which was on January 2nd. Price was trading right around the $75 level, and it did correct down lower towards the $67 level. So price did make two legs down, which is a complex pullback. As you can see here, let me go and zoom in on the price action. Price was trading sideways inside of this yellow range. It broke out higher and failed, and then it came back in the range, made a leg down. As you can see here, this is all one large drop right over here, and then price rallied higher, but generally market moves in twos. It can make a complex pullback. So instead of just reversing higher after that one drop, price made a second drop, and it was measured relative to the first drop right at that $68 level. That's exactly where price closed on Wednesday. So is this the bottom, and can we continue higher? There's a strong possibility, especially with this being a failed breakout. Generally, when we break out of a range, it can fail. So we failed at the top side because price tried to go higher, but the range pulled it back in it. And then we could fail at the bottom, and price can come back in that range. So we could see a little bit more downside tomorrow. And if it bounces off this bullish trend line that I drew off the swing lows, you can see that, if you use the swing lows, if you use the initial point on August 5th, and then you use the point on November 4th using the log scale, we could bounce from this potential trend line, which shows that the momentum is still strong to the upside. If once it does that, we could probably see a rally, maybe back up to the 70.84 to fill in the gap, retest the range lows. And if it breaks through that, I'll be looking for a break of this downward trend line off the swing low. So we have initial point here, and then we have the second swing right there. So a price, even if it does rally, we could get rejected from that trend line and then come back to the bullish trend line. And if the bullish trend line doesn't hold, we might be able to break down lower. So if we do rally higher, you want to see a break through this trend line. It would be more ideal if price does pull back and hold it as support to give a more conviction to the long side, the upward side. And if it does hold, it'll probably this time will probably break out of the range. Generally, if you see the if you see three breakouts of a range, the third one generally successful. So we just saw one and we saw two. So if you do see another one towards the upside, and that's if this one fails and comes back in the range, if you see another one on the upside, there's a good chance that one will succeed. So we have two legs down, potential fail breakout, which can rally higher out in a nice long-term uptrend with the measure move target not met yet, right around the $93, $95 level. I think there's a good chance that Palantir, if it hasn't bottomed already, it's probably not going to continue that much lower. I think that's the best way I can say it. If we haven't bottomed already, I don't expect too much lower prices. There was a possibility to come back all the way down to the $41 level, which was the prior all-time high back here in January of 2021. That's always a possibility when price breaks a level to come back to that prior level and test it. And it did do that a couple times right back over here in October and early November, and then it rallied higher. So we could see a bigger retest of that level. But with price barely trying to come down lower and mostly just consolidating, it's probably too bullish to do that. So I'm expecting some sort of reversal higher at this point. Let's see if we go a little bit lower. As long as this bullish trend line holds, there's a good chance we see higher prices. You don't want to see this bearish momentum continuing throughout the weeks. That means that we probably have seen at least a intermediate top, temporary top, and this can lead to like a multi-week, multi-month decline. As of right now, it's not there yet, but if it does break this bullish trend line, it can lead to that. So overall, it's setting up for higher prices. I want to see it break this downward trend line as the last level of resistance. If it does, it'll probably move up to the $81 level, and there's a good chance that will easily be broken to reach the $93 level. So that's how I'm looking at Palantir on the daily chart. Looking at the weekly chart, EMA is catching up to the price. You can see that generally whenever price gets overextended from the EMA, it's going to come back to it, overextended from the EMA, come back to it, overextended from the EMA, come back to it. It just kept on doing that this entire bull cycle. So either we go a little bit lower, not expecting that much lower, let that EMA catch up. If you do see a sudden drop quickly, then I wouldn't say that's that bearish, because we could reverse higher just as quickly as well. It's not, a game over for Palantir. I still think there's a little bit more upside left. And as long as price can maintain this bullish momentum to the upside, staying above the EMA, showing its strength, staying above the trend line, there's a good chance we do see that $93 level, potentially triple digits. So that's all I have for Palantir on the daily weekly charts. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.